Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live. Today I'm gonna be talking about how I created this scene. So basically, this character I didn't make this. This is just one of the character generated from LIV. So this is LIV from ReadyPlayerMe Avatar. So this is one of their generic male character, but you can make male or female for the body type, and then face something that you can create using photos or your own photos, or something that you generate using thispersondoesnotexist.com. So this was generated procedurally using AI, machine learning stuff. So I don't know about the age. Probably the age that we can get is somewhere around 20 to 30-year-old for this avatar, this kind of avatar. So from this, you can download it as GLB and bring it into Blender, export it as FBX, put it inside Mixamo, and make it just apply some kind of animations, and you can download it back. That's one way to work with this, I guess. But if you have like VR headwear, you can actually use this as avatar. Imagine having, ideally you have control over the arms, the hands, and the fingers and legs, everything, full body, right? Eventually we're gonna get there, which is quite interesting. For now, I'm just using Blender and kind of making like imaginary video game, and you can make story or comic books just posing your character. For the facial expression, I could actually, and I will maybe try to rig it better. And then the body, this is from Mixamo. It looks kind of funky. But overall, this avatar is very high quality. It's quite beautiful. And I really like it, so that's why I want to play around with it a little bit more. While this bookstore is something that I grabbed from Sketchfab. Someone scanned it using the iPhone LIDAR. It's not 100% perfect, but this is good for, for physics and as a reference. So it's not capturing the real thing with all the details, but it's good enough. It's good enough to make like a concept. So I'm gonna show you how this works. So go to live.readyplayerme. You can create an account, but you can actually just skip that. Let's try make a female version. Okay, take a photo or continue without a photo. Wait a few seconds. This is probably gonna be like randomly generating like a generic female character. So far I play around with this and create a couple of male. Okay, so female, this is generic female character. You can give her some kind of hairstyle that you like. I like a short hair character, easier to animate. Let's see. You have a lot of options, similar to Memoji. I guess it's alright. It's kind of cute. So we can customize the eyes, the color of the eyes. Put some glasses. I don't want to put my character to put some glasses, or give it a bit of face mask. Okay, looks pretty cool, like that. The clothing, you can change everything. Once you're done with it, you can put in your email or continue without sign up. It's gonna generate the avatar. Just copy this. This is the GLB that you can just paste it into this and download. So this is gonna be downloading the character, and you can open it in Blender. File, import, GLB. Let's see. So this is the GLB. just drag and drop it here and import. So this is the default. I'm gonna show you a couple of things. So it should come with all the texture, which is nice. I'm gonna save it inside a folder, so it's gonna be nice and clean. So let's call this skull lady. Wait, just put it here. Okay, so this is the blend file of this character. If I just get rid of the armature, we get this relaxed pose. You might actually want to have this and then rig it into Mixamo. If you want the T pose, well, it's totally up to you. You can select all the mesh and then apply all with a modifier, and then you delete the armature. That way you have this kind of pose. So it's totally up to you which one you prefer. You might just want to have this. Okay, this pose. Save it again. I save a lot, and I also want to extract all the texture. So unpack all into files and then write files to current directory. Okay, it's gonna save it inside new folder, texture, blah blah blah. Okay, select all, file, export FBX, and yep, save it there, and then bring it into Mixamo, and you can rig it. Upload a character. We have the FBX, drag and drop it. I'm using Mixamo, but ideally I want to be, we want to be able to give it a rig and controls, and we want to be able to post it, animate it. So that takes some time, but you have more control if you want to do that. For now, I just use Mixamo most of the time, because I want this character to be, animating and alive, and I can just use it, use the character dancing as music video. So ideally, you also have motion capture suit or something. So you can just use the avatar inside a VR world, virtual world, all the fancy stuff. Maybe eventually I'll get my own VR headwear. This kind of thing should be like becoming really like normal, everyday things, for not just for gamers, but for anyone, if they want to go into virtual presentation, if they want to present something but not in person, they can be more presentable like this, instead of just face-to-face on Zoom or something. Okay, so load it into Mixamo. As usual, there is no texture. I think if you zip it with the texture, you will get the texture. Anyway, don't worry. Just select something like okay, like the normal dancing character. Some of this is really weird, like this pose. Roomba is one of the best one for looping. I'm just gonna download it. Once you download it into Blender and then reapply the texture, everything's gonna look nice. And it is actually AR ready. Once you have the bone, rig, everything. Let me bring that character back into Blender. I'm gonna show you something that's unusual here. So normally my suggestion is try scaling it into 100 or 0.01, but I think this is the correct way. scale it into 100. So when you bring it into Blender, it's gonna be pretty big. However, this character will have scale of 1, so you don't need to reapply the scale on the armature. Rotation is 90. Control A, apply rotations. I usually do that so when it's exported into GLB again for USDZ, it's gonna look correct. But you need to just change from meter to centimeter. Other than that, it's good. This character, okay, cool. Already have texture and everything. Nice. Cool. Now it's animated and nice. Yeah. See, it's on my slow MacBook Pro. This one is an old MacBook Pro. If I use this viewport shading, it's the fastest. This is 72 frames per second. So the character, this is like real time. This one not so real time. File, save as. Skull Lady Rumba. So whenever I want to bring it into another place, you know, like this library, this bookstore, file, append, Skull Lady Rumba with all the objects. Yeah, just bring it in. It should work, I think. Yep, just too tall, too big. I just need to rescale it. Okay, so in this is Blender 2.93 beta, so sometimes if you make changes, it's not updating right away. Okay, now we have dancing character next to each other. It reminds me of one of Netflix movies, Dash and Lily. Dash and Lily. You put a mystery books at a bookstore and then you follow what the book says. It's kind of cute little movie. But anyway, that's another idea. But for now, we have a character that's animating. So that's basically, for most people, they're probably happy with this. Send it to a friend. Ideally, we should be able to record and motion capture our own body and then transform it into the character. And then you can export it, send it to your friend. Or in the future, or even now, if you have VR stuff, I think you can do this in real time, you know. I haven't tried this myself. I don't have VR gear or headset. If Facebook watch this and want to send me one to try, I will be happy to try VR headset. For now, yeah, I'm just happy with AR, sending this to my iPhone or iPad and then share it with my friends. So that's basically the process. But anyway, this is actually thanks to LIV. This is, I don't know what it is because I don't have VR stuff, but I really like the avatar generator here. This is like a couple of steps beyond the Apple Memoji that you can customize, but this is really cool. I wish I can try this as a VR, but for now, it's okay. Pretty happy with this. All right, so there you go. That's the whole process of how to create one way to create an avatar. This is gonna be common, I think, as many people wants to have their own avatar to do like a live video. What do they call it? I forgot. But anyway, I want to next time I will try to work with the facial animations on top of this, so our character can animate. For now, I think the face for the face to work with AR or VR, it needs to be bone bone rig instead of blend shape. So that's also something that I need to work. All right, so that's pretty much it. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.